Please welcome Beth and Scott.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
And thank you, Tom, and all of the other artists. I am learning so much and enjoying while we get ready to participate. This is a fantastic event. We're coming to you from our home in Yorktown Heights, New York.
And yes, it is an honor to be part of this showcase. We've been with the Morris Arts Council for over 20 years, providing music and movement programs and a songwriting workshop. So it's great to be a part of this today.
Well, speaking of songwriting workshops, Beth, the room that we're in right now is where we do songwriting workshops on the Zoom platform or the Google Classroom platform, depending upon what the school needs. And we have been lucky enough to write 350 songs with kids over the years. And this is a program that really helps support ELA, as well as anything else that the students are studying, because we have written songs about the digestive system, about American history, and especially about social emotional learning, one of our favorite topics.
Absolutely. And it's a great way to teach kids how to create and have that self-expression and to work collaboratively. And that's been true in the classroom and now online, to be very active participants in the arts. Now, we've also been doing workshops in mindfulness for students, for staff development, for teachers, and even for parents. I'm teaching yoga. Between us, we have 40 years of yoga practice and teaching and meditation. And so during these rather uncertain times, to be lowering everybody's stress levels with those kinds of offerings has been really important.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, every one of our shows really has an opportunity now for kids and teachers too to get centered, to get focused, because not only are our shows full of great songs and dancing around and movement, but we have to teach kids how to be with the arts in a very focused way, to teach them how to be a great audience and teach them how to learn, how to be passionate learners.
That's right. And with adults, when we're more regulated ourselves, then we're going to pass that sense of calm on to the kids. Now, we are still doing our wonderful assembly programs. That's happening downstairs. And we are using a special platform for that, right, Scott? Do you want to tell everybody about Vimeo?
Yeah. What we discovered is that Vimeo Livestream has a wonderful application program for embedding our shows on our website, and you'll see that in just a moment. And the great thing about Vimeo is that we can stream out to as much as 80,000 screens simultaneously. Now, most of your schools are not that large, I don't think. But the point is that if you have to switch to home and everybody is watching on their own Chromebook, we can handle it. And we've got all of the back end work done because sometimes these broadcast platforms can get overloaded.
Right. But with this, it's as simple as a password and a click, and everybody's in. And the kids can even chat with us during the show. There's a little chat feature that you'll see. So all of our programs are still on the website. We do, again, mindfulness, we do nutrition, we do social emotional learning.
Yeah.
And we're going to show you some clips from some of these different shows that we've been doing from pre-K kids all the way up through fifth grade, just little snippets.
And stay tuned, because we are going to tell you something really cool. We are now working with one of the Beatles. Yeah, stay tuned for that. So let's go to our website and we'll show you what it looks like.
Woo! And you peel bananas, peel bananas, and you peel bananas, peel bananas, and you eat bananas, eat bananas, and you eat bananas, eat bananas,
And you go bananas, go bananas, go bananas, go bananas.
Well, after going bananas, let's take a couple of deep breaths with my breathing ball. Ready? Big breath in, slow breath out. Big breath in, and slow breath out.
That feels good.
One more time. 50,000 thoughts a day.
How many?
50,000. Like, oh, I don't know if I want to go to school. And, oh, I wonder who'll be on the bus next to me. And what's for breakfast? And, oh, man, I really liked that show last night. And I wish I could get a red bike instead of a blue bike. And, oh, my goodness, I wonder if I'll ever meet a talking ant. And next thing you know, we've got so much going on that our head, our brain isn't clear anymore. And it's hard for it to make good choices. Hey, little ant, down in the crack, can you hear me? Can you talk back? See my shoe? Can you see that? Well, now it's gonna squish you flat.
Oh, please, do not squish me. Change your mind and let me be. 'Cause I'm on my way with the crumb of pie. So please, oh please, don't make me die. Come on, kid, have a heart.
But everyone knows that ants can't feel.
Kindness, put a smile on your face. Kindness makes the school a better place. Kindness is the way we choose to be. K-I-N-D, kind.
Well, guess what, everybody? It's time for another Turn and Talk, this time about kindness. So for the next 2 minutes, turn to that friend, teacher, parent, or even stuffed animal and discuss what are some ways that you can be kind.
Cover your cough, cover your cough. Use your elbow, not your hand. Cover your cough and show you care. Coughing can spread germs into the air.
I ran all the way home just to fetch my shovel, then ran back as fast as I could. Oh! Once upon a time in a nursery rhyme, there were these 3 bears. Cha, cha, cha. Sit down, be silent, breathe softly, slowly, gently. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out, and focus on one thing.
You did such a great job focusing in that song. Beth, I'm curious. What emotion, what feeling did you have while we were singing that song?
Oh, well, I think I was joyful because I love to sing and I love to hear you play the guitar. And I think what I'm noticing now is I'm just more relaxed. I almost felt a little sleepy because sometimes our body and our brain confuses relaxed with sleepy. 'Cause that's the only time we do relax is when we're going to bed.
Now, boys and girls and teachers too, we all like being calm. That's a great way, as Beth said, to make choices and be kind. But other emotions are okay too. In fact, all of our emotions are okay.
And we all have them at different times. You know, some people might have been bored during that song, right? Raise your hand if you were maybe a little, well, who was calm, right? And then
Yeah.
who was maybe a little bored? Be honest.
Oh, you were bored. That makes sense.
Because some of us like faster music that we
Yeah.
can move to.
I got an idea. Who was a little sad during that song? Was anybody sad?
Because slow music sometimes can make
Yeah.
us feel a little sad,
I
right?
understand that. Those
Yeah.
are all feelings that we can have that happen during those songs.
And isn't it interesting that it's the same song, but we have different feelings about it depending on what's happening in our day. Now, if we're feeling bored or tired, sleepy, or sad,
Yeah.
then sometimes maybe a slow song and slow breathing isn't the right choice. We might need something that's going to wake us up a little bit. Shake and freeze. Shake and freeze. Shake and freeze. Shake and freeze. 2 times. 1, 2. 2 times. 1, 2. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Pause. Paremos. Peace. Peace. Peace around the world.
Aceptar como somos.
amor y amistad, respetar el uno el otro, tendremos felicidad. Paz, paz, paz para el mundo. Peace, peace, peace around the world. One more time. Paz, paz, paz para el mundo. Peace, peace, peace around the world. Well, we are back, and we hope that you enjoyed that.
Yes, and we are trying to keep everybody a little more active as kids are being asked to sit in front of the screens, as we're all being asked to sit in front of these screens. One of the hallmarks of Beth and Scott is to get up and move. So we are still inviting children and adults to be doing that, as you saw from the clips.
Now, before we left to go that, I did drop a little bit of a bombshell that we're going to be working with one of the Beatles. So I do think that's probably a good idea for me to explain that. Let me go back to our thing here and show you
Right.
this.
So we have been working with a wonderful nonprofit organization called the Theater Within, and in conjunction with them and Yoko Ono, we are premiering something called the John Lennon Real Love Project, which is now an online music and songwriting program that is actually funded by Theater Within.
Yep. So very briefly, schools need to apply for this because it is a free program. It is meant to serve especially schools that are in need and don't have a lot of arts programs. So there is an opportunity for you, if you are not a school that's in need, to still apply, but also to participate by donating some funds to some schools around the country that
Or referring people who might
Yeah.
need this. And the idea is to teach children about John Lennon's work, his early influences, his beautiful music, and of course, his timeless messages of peace and love and social justice.
And here's the kicker. We have gotten permission from Yoko to use John Lennon's song called Real Love. And we will be recording the kids very much how Kitty is using cell phones to record the teachers. We're going to be using the same kind of technology to record the kids to sing along with John. So in the end, every school, every child will have a copy of Real Love with John singing and playing, as well as them singing along.
And they'll be creating original lyrics. So we're excited to share that.
That is pretty cool. So once again, we'd like to thank Tom Werder, Barbara Ruther, and everybody at Morris Arts Council, but most of all to thank you. The arts are such an important part of creating the whole child. And we don't want that to get lost in this current crisis. So thank you, Barbara and Tom, for spreading the good word and giving us this opportunity. And thank you to all the other artists as well. Oh,
Thank
question.
Thank you both. Thanks, Beth and Scott, for joining us today. That was really wonderful. We really appreciate that. Thank
Hey.
you.
I just wanted to, before, are we still on?
Not yet. No, you're off. But if you'd like to speak, you may. Yes, you just don't have the screen.
Yeah, hey, you had asked us what was a question that people ask us all the time. And the number one is probably, do you guys get along off stage the way that you get along on stage? And the truth is yes, most of the time, but things always have to be worked out. And a lot of that is in our shows and how people can talk to one another and make relationships